Primordial Radio.
The number one of 2021 is Orbit Culture with Strangler, and I am absolutely delighted now to be joined by Niklas from the band. Dude, how are you doing?
Doing great, man. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. So you would have just heard there everything over the past year, all of the votes, nearly 250,000 votes cast over the past year, and Orbit Culture Strangler, the number one choice from all of the listenership here at Primordial Radio. Congratulations.
Thank you, man. That's incredible. I don't know what to say really. It's just thank you so much for the support, and it's cool to see that people seems to dig the songs.
I mean, beyond that as well, and because you had 2 entries in the upvote last year. So last year, to be fair, was the first time we did it, and the system was very new, and it was a mix between new tracks and old tracks. So you were going up against, Master of Puppets, which probably isn't a fair fight, I don't think. So this year, it's a look at the songs just released in 2021, and for me, it's been great to see that as well, because today has been such a great celebration of music and community, but also shining a light on just how much amazing new music out there. I think it's one of those things where, we as rock and metal fans, we're always going to love the songs that have come before us. And it's a big part of who we are and the culture and the respect that comes for the bands that have laid the path. But at the same time, I think it's so exciting now where there's so many who have got a clear eye on the future and what that's going to look like, and the bands that are paving the way forward now. Does it feel like that from your perspective?
Yeah, dude. Personally, without Metallica, or in that case, I wouldn't be sitting here talking with you today.
Yeah,
that's for sure. And but it's nice to see that metal is continuously evolving all the time, and people are really pushing the boundaries these days. So it's exciting times for sure.
It really seems so. And the last time that we spoke, I think it was May in 21. So maybe about 8 months or so ago now. And we did a live chat on Twitch, and that stream blew up. And it's
cool.
And that interview is one of our most popular videos on YouTube for that interview. But you were saying as we were getting ready for today that, since we last spoke, since then, things have been moving. Okay, we may not see it so much because of COVID, and it's not so visible yet for everyone, but it seems that in the Orbit Culture camp, some very, very exciting things are happening right now.
Yeah, dude, we, rewind the tape like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. We have been so locked in the studio. We were just waiting to get out and play, and then the COVID stuff came, and but at the same time, there's happened so much, behind the scenes with also new music that's being made, and but the thing that has changed the most for us, in the Orbit camp has been, the switch in booking agency, the amount of doors that has opened itself for us. It's been crazy, and we can't wait to share all that stuff with you guys soon. And I can assure you that it's huge.
And we are here waiting for you as well, because I know you did it. The last time you were in the UK was with Rivers of Nile, and I've no doubt you made a lot of friends on that tour. But it feels like when you do eventually manage to come to the UK, that yes, there's like this groundswell, and that there's going to be so many people that are going to be seeing you for the first time, including me. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it must be a pretty exciting feeling knowing that, I guess, knowing that you got, when you do come over, that there's going to be quite a few folks waiting for you here.
It's so exciting to think about, but kind of scary at the same time. Yeah. We don't know how it's gonna, will there be 10 people there, or will there be 500 or more? Maybe, I don't know. But because we have only seen the reactions and messages and stuff online. So we haven't really gotten to meet any people, yet. But yeah, it's exciting for sure.
And this is where it's one of those, we're in those those moments in time where the online world is brilliant because it does allow us to be connected. We're doing this now, through an online world. But as great as online is, you still need to be out there in the real world experiencing things for real, because a stream will never be as good as the exhilaration of a sweaty, intimate, gig, and just the atmosphere of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And, of course, when people send messages like these long ones, you read them through pretty quick, and you try to get it all in. But hearing that like piece of sentences, from a person directly in real life would be so much more like exciting. And, just the one-to-one interaction, talking to people, and, because there are people writing like, your music means so much and everything, but, I want to hear that live. I want to talk with people face to face about
and
that.
Hear how that sounds in their voice as well.
Exactly, yeah.
When you read text, you kind of read it all the same, but when you hear somebody say something, you hear the emotion and the intonation of what they might saying, and you take it on board in a completely different way. And
absolutely,
so the whole relationship of that changes. You mentioned obviously, there was lots of changes with Orbit Culture, with booking agency, and kind of like a realignment of the band through the pandemic. Do you think without the pandemic we may not have got the EP Shaman, because that came out last year? Do you think that was one of those sort of slight beneficiaries for Åsa's music fans, that we got a little bit of extra music from you because of COVID, essentially?
Yeah, you're absolutely correct there. I'm sure that it's we're gonna release it at some point, but maybe in like 2023 or something, because I think we would have so much to do on focusing on the live shows right now. So and 2021. So that's why we did it. We took the time, the spare time, and tried to keep ourselves, work focused.
Well, and honestly, a thank you from me, because I dread to think just how awful the year would have been if bands weren't producing music. And for myself, like there was been moments last year and even today where like there are just days where you don't want to do anything because the world seems so broken and so shit that you just don't want to do anything, but the music's there always as a pick-me-up. But you've got to find that resolve, and I guess as you have to kind of dig deep as well to kind of pull that out of the well.
Yeah. Without the, writing and, just making music in general has been, a lifesaver for me. I know it's a kind of a cliche to say that, but I'm sure that I will, go down the path of, feeling shit. And, and I talked about this a while ago when the Fireflies came out. When the pandemic started, everyone, especially here in Sweden, started to drink so much alcohol all the time. And that really is, I joined on that train. And because as you said, the world was in pieces at that point. And you didn't have any anything to look forward to, basically. So try to self-medicate with that shit. But then I felt that the best medicine was to continue to write music and put down the beers for a while.
Eventually the hangovers kick in. I went through some similar processes as well, where the Jack Daniels was looking pretty good, and then over time not so good. And actually, I think I found solace in being like productive and trying to do some positive things.
Yes.
So definitely found that there. So, dude, we could talk all day, but I got to let you go. And got to say huge congratulations again, not just the number one, but you had 3 entries into the top 100, which is just absolutely phenomenal. And we genuinely cannot wait for you to be able to come over to the UK. You and many others. I can't wait for tour announcements and not tour cancellations. But for now, a huge congratulations. And just before we let you go, tell us a little bit about Strangler. Where does this sort of song come from?
First of all, thank you so much, and thank you to everyone who voted. It's amazing. But when it comes to Strangler and the lyrical content, whatever, I think it ties in with the COVID shit, because you were like glued to your phone all the time and following these influencers and stuff. And then I tend to watch a lot of like murder documentaries and stuff, and I just connected the dots. Like, people share so much these days. It's kind of dangerous in some way. So that's the lyrical content of Strangler. Mm-hmm. And instrumental wise, we wrote the most simple song that we could make. Basically,
it's a banger. It's an absolute banger. Honestly, I cannot wait to see the crowd reaction. To me, it felt like it was a song that was written with live in mind. Yeah. This is going to be one that we are just going to enjoy playing live, and no doubt we will enjoy seeing it live. But for now, Niklas, dude, it has been such a pleasure. Congratulations again. The Up-Vote #1 of 2021. It is Orbit Culture and Strangler. Dude, thank you so much.
Thank you, dude.